In less than a week, more than 20,000 runners will converge on downtown Baltimore for the 15th annual Baltimore Running Festival. The big question is, will you be one of them? Welcome to 11 TV. Hello, everyone. I'm Jason Newton, and running is as popular as ever. More and more people getting up off the sofa, they're strapping on the pedometer and their sneakers and hitting their local trail. And over the next half hour, we'll preview next Saturday's running festival, talk to Baltimore's perhaps most recognizable runner, and take a look at what you need to do if you want to take up the sport of running. Joining us now is the race director of the Baltimore Running Festival, Lee Corrigan, coming by. Thanks for coming by, my friend. Let's talk some numbers first, because you had some impressive ones earlier this morning as we talked. Right now, 2014, you had about 26,000 registered runners come out and run. Now you're telling us, though, numbers are a little down, but just by 7%. Still 24,000 runners expected to come, and it's always such a good time.
It is. It's a great event for the community. We all know about the great economic impact, $40 million. The community comes out and supports this thing. One of the things I'm really proud of my team about is the fact that we were down about 11%. And we're hearing some noise about the unrest that occurred in April, but we all got behind this Baltimore Pride campaign, which was so important for us. And we asked all the runners in the Baltimore-Washington corridor, choose Baltimore this year. Don't do the Marine Corps, don't do Philly, don't do Richmond, don't do New York. Come support Baltimore. And they have. So we've beaten that number up from 11% down to 7% down, and we're continuing the fight.
Yeah, talk a little bit about April, since you mentioned it, and the riots. As you saw that sort of touch off, and you could see your route contained in much of it. As a race director, what's going through your mind as you saw it?
Oh yeah, certainly. Very nervous about it, of course. But one of the things that has always shined through with our event is the unbelievable support, and Dave Burdan will probably talk to you about this, along the course. Not just at the Inner Harbor, not just down at Fells Point, but all over the course. Up by North Ave, up on Washington Street near Johns Hopkins Hospital, in some of the not nicest parts of the city. But those people in those communities have come out and support our runners over the years wonderfully, and that's something we always hear for the runners.
And it's not just, you know, regional runners. You said you had an impressive number of people coming from out of the country.
Yeah, we have. Of course, behind that $40 million economic impact, it's a bit of a tourism play, and we've enjoyed runners from all 50 states for about the last 10 years of our event, and this year we have 29 different countries represented. So we're going to hit a good number again.
It's a heck of a T-shirt that you put out this year, and it's a great PR campaign. Talk about Baltimore Pride, what it means to you and your organization, and getting people here.
Sure. Well, one of the inspirations of the Baltimore Pride is Dave Burdan. And Dave Burdan, of course, won our race back in 2013, a local guy. And something interesting happened over the course of the event, and that was that you guys were doing a great job broadcasting the event live, and folks that were sitting on their couch all over Baltimore were watching our local guy Dave Burdan win this thing. So all these people ran out to the streets to cheer Dave on, and Dave talked about, you know, what pride he had, and how that encouragement really motivated him and inspired him to the finish line. So that was the idea behind the campaign, and that whole Baltimore Pride: run, cheer, volunteer, come out and be a part of it.
Dave suddenly became Rocky going through the streets of Baltimore. People following around. For people like Dave, they've done it before, and they know this sport well. But you get a lot of beginners who say, all right, let's give this a shot.
Sure.
What's the attraction, do you think, for a new runner to Baltimore?
I think, well, number one, they all have this kind of on their bucket list. In terms, so they want to check that box, of course, number one. Number two, they've heard great things about our event, and that's a credit to my team and the city of Baltimore. The fans that come out and support it. Other part of this event, which is awesome, is the Baltimore police guys. They come out, and not only do they stand on that corner and do their job, but they do it with a smile on their face, and they're giving high fives, and they're giving encouragement, and that's something we constantly hear from the runners. So that spills over to all these runners all over the country that hopefully hear about the great trip that is the Baltimore Marathon.
Sure, and athleticism is big, but also charity. A lot of people come out, and they're not just running for themselves. They're running for, you know, maybe a cancer survivor, or maybe it's somebody at home that can't make the run.
Sure.
Does that impress you as much as it impresses everyone else?
It's unbelievable. And you see these people that participate in that, and the numbers are staggering of the money that's generated from the various charity groups. We have over 30 charity groups participating in our event this year, and they use it as a fundraiser, kind of a walkathon format. So if I'm going to run, I'd ask you to pledge. And ask all my neighbors and buddies and relatives, of course, to pledge. And next thing you know, I'm generating $2,000–3,000 for whatever charity I'm running for. And next thing you know, you add it up, and it's $100,000, $200,000 for one charity alone. Then you stretch that across 30 different charities, plus the money that we give to charity at the end of the thing. And next thing you know, you're well over $1 million.
Yeah, and then on top of those folks, you have volunteers, and you get that number's pretty big as well. All these corners, you have hundreds of people manning the corners.
We do. We have over 1,400 volunteers participate every year, and they're out there. They're working water stops. They're working the finish line. They're making sure everybody gets their medal, making sure everybody gets their water and their Gatorade and their potato chips out there in the course. And that's one of the great things that makes this a wonderful community event.
Great. We love being a part of it. Lee,
Yeah, you bet.
thanks for coming by. We appreciate it.